Alrighty, folks. Hello, my name is Ann, and sometimes I make mistakes. Anyway, recording this episode right here and right now might be a mistake. That's a fun little tidbit. We acknowledge that sometimes planets are tidally locked.
Captain, greetings.
Anyway, let's go grab Barrett, and when that timer goes off, I do in fact have to stop.
I'm sure they're sad to see you go.
Alright, let's go ahead and pop open the star map here. Looks like there's a star station here. Now, I do believe that I was being told to go to Bessel. Okay. Alright, yeah, sure. Start us off with not having a suit on. Why am I not being allowed to equip a suit? Why can I not equip a suit? I don't know.
Yes, infallible one.
Like, I literally got nothing. Let's go do that again, I guess. Always a good start to the... Always a good start to the day when that happens. I found second thought. We do have this star station on the other side.
To see you go.
You are cleared to dock at the clinic, the best medical facility in the settled systems.
Well, you know, I have been needing a clinic.
That was a pleasant change of scenery.
Oh, I hate you saying this.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the third time.
Yes, that sounds right. I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake, and the clinic requires reliable transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties.
Dr. Darvish took a chance on me, hiring me fresh out of training. Need to make sure she doesn't regret it.
Rerun. Can't ever get here fast enough. It's a grav drive. I literally can't get here any faster. Thanks for delivering critical supplies would be nice to hear once in a while.
Hey, what can I do for you? Need some work done? Sure.
I'd like to
How
view
about
and modify my ships. What do you sell? Oh, you sell Hope Tech, you sell Stroud, and you sell Teo. This is where you get the Teo stuff. Alrighty.
I'm probably fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City. It's probably nothing.
You don't sound fine.
Need to make sure those files are backed up.
Are you the courier? You're not really supposed to be back here. You can just drop the delivery off by the docking port and someone will take care of it.
Are there a lot of couriers coming through here?
Well, sure. We can't afford to run low on supplies. Never know what kind of medical emergency might pop up at any moment.
Okay, I'm not a courier.
Well, then you won't have Dr. Darvish breathing down your neck at least. But, well, we're not really set up for having folks just milling about in here. It is a medical facility after all.
Yeah, I was
If you could
hoping...
just do your best to steer clear of the doctors while they work and not interrupt things, I'd really appreciate it. And if you need anything, I'm right here, okay?
Okay. You like working alongside your husband?
Well, I wouldn't really say we work together. It just happens to be in the same place. He has his job keeping the peace. I have mine keeping this place running. Truth be told, I think it might drive one or both of us a little crazy if we actually work together. But I do appreciate being able to see him every day. Even if it's just to pop over to his office and say hello, or share a meal. It's nice.
Oh. You're not a doctor?
Nurse supervisor, dear. I'm the one who takes care of all the doctors, as well as the patients. The more I can look after, the more the doctors can focus on patient diagnosis and treatment. Every role here is important.
This must be an exciting place to work.
Oh, sometimes, sure. Somebody walks in or is dragged in with something we haven't seen before. You best believe it's all hands on deck. Have to find out if it's lethal or contagious, or both.
A lot of pressure. Don't you ever worry you might get
I
sick?
used to. I think we all did to some degree when we started working here. But really, how does worrying help when you've got people to treat? It just gets in the way.
I wouldn't take that kind of risk. It's a lot of pressure.
It can be, yes. But we've all learned to live with it. If we didn't do this, who knows how many lives would be lost. It's harder on the newer folks, that's for sure. You take that Dr. Salvato. Nice man, but he's a little on the skittish side. He's a good doctor, but just needs a little more confidence, you know?
He's new to the clinic?
Mm-hmm. Only been here a year or so, which isn't much compared to some of us.
I wouldn't want a doctor who doesn't know what he's doing. That's a complicated statement. I could fake an illness if that would help.
Oh, aren't you a dear? No, he'll do just fine. He just needs some time. Actually, now that we're talking about this, I wanted to do something nice for him. Give him a little pick-me-up. I overheard something about a meal he hadn't had in a long time. Thought maybe if I could deliver one to him, it'd be a nice gesture. You think you could help with that?
I am at
Aren't
your
you
service.
just the sweetest? You know that Don's Roost restaurant in New Atlantis? The fancy one? Dr. Salvato was talking about the synth liver pate. Said he'd never forget it. You bring me a plate and I'll make sure we brighten up his day.
Alrighty. Well,
I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't breathing recycled air.
You know, just by breathing the air in here, you are being exposed to about a dozen different viruses. I'm kidding. Probably. Every new alien pathogen we discover is just a little more job security. Gotta look on the bright side, right?
Dr. Cartwright in Aquila City said I was crazy when I told her I wanted to transfer here. Now I kind of understand why.
you're new here?
New-ish. I've only been here a year, which, well, when you compare it against Dr. Darvish's career, it's not much, is it? I'm thrilled to have the opportunity, but it's been an adjustment. There are very few cases here are simple, and most of them are medical emergencies.
Do you ever get a break?
I guess that depends on what you consider a break. We get some time to ourselves. We're not on call all the time, but we're never that far away from it either. Now that I think about it, I haven't actually left the clinic since I got the job. I actually hadn't really noticed.
You ever get homesick?
No, not really. This is my home now. The people here are wonderful, and the work we're doing is incredibly important. That's what really matters. Okay, then.
Hey.
If you're thinking about going into medicine, just be really sure before you commit to it. Really sure.
There's certainly no shortage of things to do around here. Welcome to the clinic. I'm Dr. Darvish, Chief of Medicine. Is there something I can do for you?
I could use some medical treatment.
Any guesses what's being worked on?
I'm here on business.
Are you? Because I don't have any appointments scheduled. We have a particular focus on astrovirology here. So the patients we take on tend to have unusual cases that require long-term care, and sometimes require unorthodox or experimental treatments. We have an excellent track record that speaks for itself, but it doesn't leave room for much else. Whatever business you may be here for, I trust that you will conduct it quickly, and do so without interfering with my staff or our operations.
You're in charge here?
I am, yes. I took over from Dr. Eswaran when he retired 9 years ago. While the clinic does occasionally take on research projects that have their own chain of command, I am ultimately responsible for the entire facility.
Has there been an
The
accident?
clinic has occasionally been faced with unique situations that might be considered hazardous in other facilities, but no, nothing that could not be contained and dealt with.
What kind of research projects do you work on?
I'm afraid that information is confidential and restricted to our corporate partners funding the projects.
That's all thanks.
Certainly. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of new worlds that humanity has set foot on. While many don't host some sort of life, there are more than enough that do. Any one of those worlds could be inhabited by all manner of pathogens, things we've never seen and have no idea how to treat. Someone has to try and stay ahead of what could be a very deadly curve. Here at the clinic, we do our best.
Glad I'm wearing a helmet. Sounds like a dangerous job. I hope you're paid well for what you do.
None of us are in this for the credits. We are on the absolute edge of modern medicine, and we are dedicated to helping people no one else can. Either of those is reason enough for any of us to be here and do what we do.
I'm gonna unionize your workers if you're not careful. I'd like to help with your research.
Would you now? Well, I suppose we could always use additional research specimens. The more data we have about what's out there in the settled systems, the faster we can diagnose novel illnesses. In theory, at least. I suppose we could consider you an independent contractor of sorts. Analgesics can offer some novel pathways in helping us manage our patients' pain. More examples from the worlds around us would be helpful.
Okay.
All right, then.
Whatever you do, don't unplug anything. You do, and I'll make sure you wind up in one of these hospital beds. Kidding. Sort of.
You had a chance to talk to Dr. Cassidy. Really fun guy. Try humor. Excuse me. So dry.
Dr. Darvish.
You almost think he's non-existent.
These poor people. I can't imagine suffering from something no one understands. It must be terribly frightening for them.
It's all right. I appreciate everything you do here.
There's such a mountain of work, I could really use a hand. But I don't want to inconvenience anyone. We don't usually take walk-ins. But all right, let's have a look at you. How are you even on your feet?
Take care of it all.
Okay, I can have this stitched up in short order. All right.
There we go. Finally found the
probably won't be
person
the
willing
most
to give me
painful
medical
thing.
treatment.
Hold still. And you're all set.
Oh. I didn't even know I had an intestinal infection. Must have been the brain infection not letting me know. What's a hospital in space?
It's really a matter of safety, believe it or not. The types of things we work with here. Let's just say you wouldn't want them spreading on a populated planet. In here, we're all nice and isolated, just in case. Not the most comforting thought, but it's the truth.
What's your role here?
Tending physician. I'm new here, so really what I do is watch Dr. Darvish's every move and try to imitate it. Sounds a lot less impressive when I say it out loud.
I'd like to help out if I can.
Oh, well, that's appreciated. There really isn't anything you're qualified to do in here. No offense, of course. But, I do have some data requests from other facilities in the settled systems. Everyone always wants to know what we're up to.
Usual courier's been less than reliable lately, so if you could get this slate where it needs to go, that would help us, and put a few credits in your pocket.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, sure. Dr. Charlie Flynn in Sidonia. You go and visit her on the regular.
I really hope someone comes to take a look at me soon.
Because we get shot at a lot. Typically with
Worst
guns.
I usually have to deal with is folks worried about getting diagnosed fast enough. Can't blame them.
I like your outfit.
I'm just here to keep the peace. You need medical help, I'm the last person you want to talk to.
How long have you been a Freestar Ranger?
Well, let's see now. I joined up in 2292, so that'd be 38 years now? Damn. Hard to believe, now that I think about it. Almost 40 years. There ain't been many Rangers who served that long, I can promise you that.
How many other Rangers have served as long as you?
Well, offhand, I can only think of two. Cassie Hickson made it to 42 years before she caught a bullet from one of them Shaw gang boys. He got himself all liquored up at Aggie's. That's over in Aquila City. Started using the passers-by for target practice. Then there was old Rusty Ortega. Had a good run of 52 years and retired to a farm on Montara Luna. Passed away just a few years back. I suppose I don't think much about it, but when I stop to count the years, well, they sure do add up.
Yeah, I can imagine. machine guns or lasers?
It feels like I've been waiting forever.
I'm doing okay.
Oh, I'm great, good. Fine. I mean, everything's just...
God, I love their awkward flirting. That's adorable. Big old MRI. I shouldn't be walking in here with weapons.
I'd rather not have you in here.
Okay. Yeah, marshmallow treat, eh?
Dr. Darvish is really strict about keeping supply logs. We can't afford a shortage of anything.
Okay, I hear you, but what's your coworker doing?
I'm just a nurse. If you need to talk to someone in charge, wrong guy.
Finally, fantastic. This is what we like to see. We like to see men in nursing. We like to see women who are doctors and men who are in nursing. And the reason why is because they're typically roles that you expect to be, you know, reverse, right? Because of a lot of things, including sexism. But we like to see male nurses. We like to see men who work as nurses.
Still in there?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just appreciating the fact that there's a male nurse here. You like working here?
Oh, sure. Everyone is really great. Top of their game, medically speaking. I've learned so much these last few years. I try not to take any of it for granted. This career, helping people, it really means something.
Oh, the color looks awful. That looks like a textural nightmare. Could you imagine that rubbing against your skin? Anyway. Hey, what's the worst case you've seen in here?
Oh, we're not really supposed to talk about that kind of thing. Doctor-patient confidentiality and all that. Dr. Darvish is pretty strict about that. Well, about everything, but definitely that.
Alright, well.
Bye.
What is your coworker doing? Also, my general experience with male nurses is overwhelmingly positive. So.
Nice hat.
I've been here a whole year now.
The first couple of years are the hardest for sure. Getting used to it is an accomplishment in and of itself.
I actually met a guy who finished the Red Mile. He lost an eye in the process. But he did walk away with a pile of credits. And I mean, you got 2 eyes, right?
Go to Red Mile, huh?
It's a grav drive. I literally can't get here any faster.
That's okay. I can do it faster than you. I'm gonna outfit a ship for racing, effectively.
I am in the mood.
He's such a weirdo. Like, we're constantly getting shot at, stabbed, exploded, sick from alien vital fluid entering our body, right? Attacked by terror morphs. Anyway, let's actually go to Bessel, shall we? I wonder if I could pair up reactors. Can I run reactors in twin SLI? Up. What was that? Oh. Need to give me burns, huh? What do you mean I'm out of range? This is my sniper rifle. Alright, well. Now I'm really in range. Not in this video, you won't. Only I'm allowed to do that. No mercy, they say. Where'd you get off to, anyway? Hello? Oh, yeah. Oh, the tombstone. Good. Well, gonna be needing a doctor after this. Again. Do I have, like, yogurt? I have water? Guess we'll have to find food on the way, huh? Yep. You know, I'm kind of curious what the like specific gravity of this place is, because it feels high. Oh yeah. Oh baby, a poncho. Give me just a moment here. Wanted to double check and make sure that I was still recording after that little incident here. Empty beer bottle, which I can throw at the cops. I mean... Like, what do you have against them? What do you have against the Vanguard, anyway? At this point, more than I did originally.
There's a huge difference between being prepared and carrying too much.
Hush, Sarah. Crimson Fleet, a settler explorer outfit. Solar Frontiers, antique videotapes. Oh, yeah? Beer, hookah hoses, hookah canisters, Solomon's Reserve, a grilled cheese. Hell yeah. And a bowl. I was gonna say, I didn't actually see what this was. Okay. Let's go ahead and figure this one out. Okay. Hold on. Let me go into settings here, gameplay options. Environmental damage and afflictions on advanced affliction treatment. Improve only. There we go. Okay. So settings are good, and my combination of my suit and everything else is actually doing some real good work. Good to know. And a coffee mug. Neat stuff. We scouted the perfect spot on Bessel 3, a little outpost where a bunch of bookworms spend their time doing God knows what else. Or doing who knows what else. Best part is, it's completely unguarded. Huh. Wrong instance of there. Take care of anyone there, and we've got ourselves a secluded spot to do whatever we need to do without anyone finding out. Easy job, don't screw this up. Oh yeah. Listen, I realize we're kind of known for... Yep. There we go, we picked this one up before. Ha ha ha, nope. A little surprised I haven't found one of these with like a camera in it or something weird. Like that. Oh, there goes the tick tick tick. Hey, at least you know they're eating well, right? Eating lentils. Lentils are good for you. They're healthy. Healthy enough, anyway. Always good to see folks eating well for themselves. Hey, you're aware that they're pirates, right? And can't want pirates to eat well for themselves? Can I take your toaster? What kind of sick freak? You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. Yeah. Getting that brown Neo City farm wear. So ugly. Oh, they're reading at least. Hazmat suit, Asoba multi-pack. Cred stick, Kodos crater. Assembler's professional calibrated solstice. Alrighty. There we go. Neon nightlife jumpsuit. A dumbbell which we could hand to Sarah.
All that junk you're hoarding is seriously slowing you down.
Yeah, but it is also how we make money. And we wouldn't have gotten to where we are without me grabbing random garbage. Anyway, I think because I made dirty little keys, and also my timer just went off, we're gonna call it here.